Okay, so something of a departure. First of all, hello everybody, and I welcome all of you back to whatever Chris Chan video. This one he is just recently uploaded, and predictably the comments have been turned off. So if there's anything you want to say about Chris, you're more than free to do so. I am literally not going to stop you. However, with that being said, there's something that, for whatever reason, Chris has been utilizing artificial intelligence software recently. And this one, I literally just picked this because it was the most recent one he did, because I don't really know what... If Chris is, like, making money out of these, I am, like, really disappointed, but for what they're worth, let's just see how this is. Okay, here we go. What the hell even is this? I was going to comment about the fact that I could barely even understand what was going on, but perhaps this was just some mistake in the editing where the sound mixing wasn't necessarily up to par. This is something that I've run into problems before, so hopefully we can get those sorted out, but it's kind of interesting that all of a sudden, I don't know exactly who gave Chris the idea about perhaps trying to use AI versions of himself, or at least to try and like conjure up like these sort of little song and dance numbers. At least the music sounds pretty good. I have no idea what it is, but for some, again, it's called AI Chris Chan versus Christ Chan. Dear Lord, have mercy on us all. So anyway, apparently coming up is when Chris actually comes into this. So, well, modern Chris, I should say. So let's see if we can actually understand what's going on. It's good to know that despite all of these years, Chris somehow still has his high school amethyst ring on him. I suppose that's good, I guess. Though I will say is that outside of the fact that Chris should really turn over that crusty piece of shit so that the face is actually facing the camera. And look what else is returning, ladies and gentlemen. These stupid rocks. And is that meant to be like a rosary beads that's hanging from Chris? It's just it's the return of Chris dangling shit off of his neck once again. And it looks as if Chris hasn't showered a while because his hair is beginning to look a little bit clamped at the front. That the balding stage is going to start coming back. Actually, you know what? Forget balding for 1 second. When was how? It looks as if Chris hasn't been asleep for several days, because I'm pretty sure he's still wearing the same top as he did several days ago when he made the video about Hasbro and the Russians. But there's something like Chris does. Like, I know it's no secret, ladies and gentlemen, that Chris has never looked particularly healthy, but Chris looks like almost disheveled. Oh, he's doing this. He's doing this bullshit backwards thing, or he's trying to speak in like. I'm gonna see if I could like put on like subtitles to see if we can actually get a handle on what he's saying. Well, no, we're completely out of luck there. So. Actually, you know what? No, actually, hang on. I've just thought about something as well. Wasn't it some? I don't quite know what language. It's either Spanish, Portuguese, but wasn't there something about Flutter apparently having been something of like Finnish descent? I have my doubts about that, but it probably would. I'm bored of listening to this anyway. Let's. I have utilized AI with a refined version of my past voice in this comparison. Jesus Christ, Sonichu Prime versus the AI generated voice. This series will cover the at least 40 learnable languages in Duolingo, and credit to the original songs of respective artists along the way in this worldwide musical journey. Okay, with that, there's only like a couple of problems with this. The first is the fact that without any prior context to suggest that there was anything we could have known about this, it makes this whole video presentation look kind of like really, really weak, because I have no clue what they're talking about. There's no like subtitles or anything, so that there's no discernible way to suggest what is actually going on. So it's not that I don't disprove the idea of like Chris trying to like learn new languages and trying to like do something a bit different, I suppose. But the fact is that I know, again, it might have been a bit of a tall order for Chris, but what was actually just stopping Chris from maybe, I don't know, learning like the lyrics to what he was trying to do, put it down, and then moving on and actually trying to actually recite an entire song from heart? That, I know it may seem a little bit futile for how much effort that puts into some things, because we are all perfectly well aware of how Chris is notoriously slapdash when it comes to effort. But come on, there could have been a little bit something else into this. Even when I have to do videos in different languages, I will go out of my way to make sure that it's not particularly visible that I'm just quoting verbatim, and I would only ever like retort to a script if I was completely off topic or I felt like I completely lost my trail of thought. But then again, since the music basically drowns out anything both Chris and artificial Chris Chan have to say, maybe you could argue it doesn't matter one way or the other. So for what they're worth, that was that. This is really more just a comment about just how like disheveled Chris looks, and again, bad habits are returning, as they will again. So until we see each other again, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this, whatever it was, and I cannot wait to see all of you guys again in the next video. Take care and go away.